What's up, gang? It's me, Crunch. Today, we're going to be answering one question. A question as old as time. Can man be friend with woman? Well, we found a lad that thinks he has the answer to that question and... well, apparently not, man, but because my hobby is yelling at people on the internet and I find that fun, you're coming along for the whole ride. But first, if you also enjoy yelling at objectively wrong people on the internet, please subscribe. This is the place for you. Also consider liking and sharing the video. It's not like I can offer anything in return, but it would be much appreciated. And I'd think that you're a pretty cool person if you did, so, you know, up to you, man. Now, I'm not going to waste your time here, let's just get straight into the context. We're watching a video entitled, Guys with Female Friends.
You are not her friend. You're voluntarily staying in the friend zone because you're just waiting for your turn. You're waiting for her to realize how much of a genuine and sweet guy you are.
You know someone's the peak authority on a subject when they're using fucking Wojak memes unironically? You know, I use them in my thumbnails because they do well on the algorithm and they're kind of funny as an ironic meme, but I don't actually believe in them, Jesus.
Oh, look at you. You're so caring. You're sacrificing your self-respect and dignity for a slither of a chance to fuck her. Hatsu! Have some fucking self-respect.
So this is where this video sort of becomes a double-edged sword because it depends on how you interpret it. If you interpret it from the angle that he's telling all men that if you have any female friends at all, you should get rid of them, then it's very bad. But if you think this video is targeted at guys who exclusively become friends with women to fuck them, then I guess that's okay. Now, as the video goes on, it becomes quite clear that it's referring to the former scenario.
Hey, my name is Imran and I give advice on self-improvement.
Nah, no fucking self-promotion. Your video's link is in the description if you really care that much.
If you have a female friend, then you're just a fucking fraud. You don't really consider her a friend. You realize that maybe being anything more than a friend was being too unrealistic.
Well, damn, bro. I guess when I was in kindergarten making my very first friends, I guess my Sigma male brain was thinking about their dating marketplace value or some shit. It had nothing to do with the fact that that other kid just liked dinosaurs too. In reality, this is just the biggest self-report ever. Like, no sane person thinks like this. Here's the normal process that goes through most people's heads. This is a really cool person that seems to share my interests. We're also in the same school / university / place of work. So we're with each other a lot. Maybe we should expand our acquaintanceship further and become friends. Now, that's obviously a super broad simplification. It's a bit different to that, obviously. You know, friends make friends in different ways, you know? But that's the basics. And I feel like you can make the argument that you judge people's attractiveness off the bat. That's absolutely true. That's like a primal human instinct. But if you can't be friends with someone you're attracted to, how do gay and lesbian people have friends of their own gender? See how the second you put this idea to any kind of scrutiny, it's just complete bullshit?
So now you're settling as the guy friend. Maybe you've been given the illustrious title of best guy friend because she's got plenty of other guys on the waiting list. I'm sure there's a very small percentage of straight guys who have genuine female friends that they're not remotely attracted to, but that's most likely because these women are unattractive or lesbians, or perhaps they grew up with them and they're basically family. But even then, with the rise of stepsister porn, I doubt that would even be an issue for most guys.
Oh my god, dude, who fucking hurt you? Now listen, I'm gonna be charitable, okay? He may be implying that a lot of dudes have like a weird attitude towards women where it's like, if you can't fuck them, there's no point in being friends with them. That is true, that's a real thing. But I don't actually think that's how most guys think. But even if that's what he's arguing, it still doesn't really make any sense. Like, in that case, shouldn't you be encouraging men and women to be friends more and like, you know, actually calling out that form of behavior as opposed to just saying, oh, that's shameful, you should just be honest about it, bro? Shouldn't it be your job as like a self-help channel to help people have better interpersonal relationships? And part of that would be being able to have interpersonal, like, non-sexual relationships with anyone. So to recap so far, this self-help channel has thrown men who have legitimate friendships with women under the bus and secluded the remainder of those to like, oh, it must be some situation where they can't be sexual at all. And on top of that, he's now told men that have bad relationships with women to just cut off all ties with them altogether. He's failed on every front of being a self-help channel.
Let's say, for argument's sake, after months, maybe years, she finally wants you to be her boyfriend. And eventually, you guys get married and live happily ever after. Are you sure you're going to be comfortable knowing that you were never her first choice, not even her second or third? You were in her vicinity all this time, and she took forever to finally make you more than a friend. She was never head over heels for you.
Dude, people make terrible first decisions all the time. Some people start their day by eating porridge. It's like saying that every time you buy something, you have to buy the first thing you see in a store, otherwise it's a waste. I get like the whole fantasy of wanting like a woman to be head over heels with you the second you meet, but let's be honest, that's like never how it happens. Even with dating apps now, which just present you with like a fact sheet for a person with like the best photo they could possibly find of themselves, a lot of the time people that use those apps will be dating for months before anything serious happens. And when we're talking about like, you know, real life relationships that blossom, it's usually people that already knew each other before they started dating. So gents, if it takes a little while for her to realize that she's into you, that doesn't mean you're her second slop, you know?
It all comes down to how much you value your time and self-respect. If you're fine wasting time pretending to be a woman's friend with the hope that she might fuck you, then by all means, go for it. Clearly you have some kind of masochist fetish, and I'm not here to kink shame. Keep on humiliating yourself, king.
So this is where I think there is an element of truth to his content and this video in general. If you're just friends with a woman and you're being pathetic and you're just sticking around in the hopes that she maybe asks you out one day, I don't think that that is a very good thing to do. I think that if you want to be romantic with her or you want a friends with benefits thing, you need to let her know. What I don't like about this video is the fact that he generalizes the relationships and friendships that men and women have, saying that they're all just sex-driven, pathetic losers, you know? There are a lot of those guys, but they're definitely not the majority.
But if you do value your time, then you need to stop being friends with women you're attracted to. You'll stop worrying about petty things like, does she like me or not? I'll save you a fuck ton of time right now. She does not like you. Move on. But you already know this. You're just coping. If you've been friends with a girl that you like for a while now, and nothing's escalated between you after all this time, then you know it's time to get the fuck out of there.
If you are incapable of being friends with someone that you're attracted to, that is completely on you, and not your burden if someone else can't. You can be friends with someone that you'd be conventionally attracted to. I sure have been. You just don't want anything romantic to escalate. You understand that it's either inappropriate, they're not interested, and it's fine. If it's racking your heart with that much grief that you have to take yourself away from the friendship, and by the way, this is completely blocking out the fact that you might be severing someone you have a very good connection to, that's on you, and it's a really bad look for you. Now, the video wraps up there, that's the end. But I just thought I'd leave a little note in here for the guys out there. If you're attracted to a girl, whether she's your friend or not, in a non-creepy way, just ask her out. See what happens. I think you'd be surprised. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video there, guys. I sure had a lot of fun. Don't send any hate to this guy, he just needs to be guided back to the path. And I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully not be 7 months from now. Hot diggity dog, I'll see you later.